Hey guys, I'm here in Wyoming at the Bergara Academy. I've made some great new friends that are also YouTubers that cover gun content. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to them. Hey guys, Gavin here from ultimatereloader.com. We're going to start out with Ray from XRing on YouTube.
Thanks, Gavin. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been really fun to hang out.
It's been an unbelievable couple of days here. The experience was just incredible.
Yeah. So I was at the airport and I heard Ray talking and I was like, is that XRing? And sure enough, there he was. You know, a lot of us watch each other's videos and it's really cool because we each come from kind of a different background.
Correct.
And cover different things in a different way. So on XRing, tell me about, briefly about how your channel came to be and then kind of what you like to just dig into and specialize on.
Okay, so about 5-6 years ago, someone convinced me that I needed to do a YouTube channel. And I really didn't know much about YouTube, but I did a lot of long-range competitions and shooting because of work and what I did. I was a law enforcement sniper with an agency, and so I started doing some long-range content. And it was slow going in the beginning, but what I saw was people were really getting into this long-range shooting. And I wanted to start the channel for a way for people to learn, to not make the mistakes that I made, and some things that I could see within the industry. And I was involved with the gun industry with another job, but it turned out to be phenomenal. I mean, I've met some great people along the way, and the channel just kept growing. It's about 130-something thousand subscribers or so, and I've been happy with it. I do it for fun, and I love sharing the content with everybody. And I've always watched your channel along with these other guys, so being able to get everybody together, the guys at Bergara did a great job of pairing like-minded people together. And guys, we seriously had a good time here.
Oh yeah.
It was incredible.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it's been really great to learn about some of your background and expertise, and you come from a different perspective because you shoot different types of matches than a lot of the guys that I hang out, like straight up PRS matches are a little bit different than what you do. You do some of this DMR type stuff and whatnot.
Yep. Yeah, so basically I started off doing the vetted LE sniper matches. So those weren't open to civilians. And started doing really, really well on those. And then from there, I started to try to learn different disciplines. Everything from, PRS NRL rimfire to doing PRS matches like gap grind or doing like, the Hornady, the whatever they call it, the PRS, the big thing they do at nationals. And so just started really getting into all these different disciplines, and people could kind of see and learn along the way. And so, and I learned as well, and sharing that and some of the mistakes that I made and the equipment that I used, and it kind of grew, and it's been an awesome experience. And, like I said, I think what was cool about it is everybody that came had a lot of shooting experience, and so a lot of the things that Bergara had set up, they're like, man, you guys are just flying through this stuff. And it was just awesome. I'm not going to do any spoilers or anything, but it got to the point where we were just thinking outside of the box. What can we do next?
Yep, and I have a video covering this entire experience and whatnot. So if people want to learn more about XRing, go check out your channel on YouTube. Where should they go? Yeah,
just go to XRing on YouTube. I don't really do much on Facebook and Instagram, but if I do, it is the XRing channel, and that's it. And then that's pretty much it. I try to get a video out about once a week or every other week, whenever time permits.
Awesome. Thanks, Ray.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, love your stuff.
Thanks.
Hey guys, I want to introduce you to John from the Big Game Hunting Podcast.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Gavin.
It's been so cool to hang out with you, John.
Yeah, definitely. I've been familiar with your stuff for a long time, and same thing with all these other guys. I'd never met you before, but I knew who you were, and so it was interesting to sit down and talk with you guys and see how everyone approaches these things from different angles, different experiences, all of that stuff.
Yeah, I really think it's cool hanging out together, you and I, because I come from the long range world and I occasionally hunt. You come from the big game hunting world and you occasionally long range shoot. And you actually took a 600-yard maximum range during this experience and extended that to 2,700 yards.
Yeah, so I extended my longest personal record by over a mile today. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. It's pretty addicting, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of like the big game hunting. So I went hunting last year with Peter Milan in South Africa, and I'll tell you, what an amazing exotic experience from start to finish. And it just makes me want to go back, and it makes me want to do grizzly here. It makes me want to do elk here. The time commitment is a bit of a challenge, I'll be honest. I spent a lot of time building rifles, but meeting folks like you and talking about what people want when they go to South Africa and with a rifle or whatever is really, really, really valuable.
Yeah, Africa is so much fun. It's like people joke that it's like a disease or an addiction. Like when you go that first trip, you better have the money to afford a couple of other trips after that, because everyone always finds their way going back after that.
So true. It's a great place to vacation and hang out, and it's also a great place to hunt. So when people go to your podcast and your channel on YouTube, for instance, what can they expect? What type of content do you cover on the channel?
So I do a lot of caliber comparisons, and that is really how I got started in this business. 270 versus 30-06, 6.5 Creedmoor versus 308, all that stuff. A lot of stuff you and I were talking about and geeking out about, all the stuff over these last few days. Really get into the nitty-gritty details, and some people really like about that. But I approach all of this from the standpoint of a big game hunter.
Yeah.
What is the advantage of using this cartridge over this one? And it kind of pisses people off sometimes, because I rarely say that this one is always better than that one. I'll say this one's good for this one's good for that. Make your decisions based on
pros and
that.
cons, right? You might have an older cartridge that you have the ability to go to any corner store and buy ammo for, or you might want the latest and greatest, but it might be out of stock because Hornady can't make enough 7 PRC brass or whatever it is, right? There's no one solution, and I think that's what's awesome about our activity in our sport is there's always something new to try. And ultimately, if you have something with decent stopping power and you got great shot placement, you're probably going to do pretty well, right?
And the really cool thing is too, especially with modern bullets, the quality of ammo that we have these days is outstanding. And you can take a lot of those older cartridges that people maybe thought were kind of going by the wayside, put a better quality bullet on it, and it's just amazing. I mean, the 270 was always good, but man, with excellent bullets, it is an amazing cartridge, much more so than you would think just by looking at the specs of it on paper like that.
Yep. And for your average hunter, just getting to those vitals and having that confidence, having the right gear, having the right zero on your rifle, in my opinion, is a lot more important than obsessing it late at night about is 270 better than 6.8 Western or whatever it is they're talking about, right?
Yep, I'd be happy to have that discussion with anybody about that, but you're right. It comes down to putting the bullet in the right spot and using a good quality bullet to start out with that's suitable for the game. And that's another thing that I talk about a lot. I've done some gel testing lately, so that's something people are going to find on the channel. I've done some velocity testing. I dug into the stuff with the 7 PRC's velocities, falling a little bit short of what Hornady claimed, and so that'll be a good video that people really enjoyed, and so people that hadn't already seen it, if they are curious about why their 7 PRC is only shooting 2,800 feet per second, that's a good explanation why.
Yeah, cool. So if people want to know where to go to subscribe to your various media channels, whether it be just the podcast side, the audio side, or the YouTube side, where should they go?
Sure. So I'm actually the Big Game Hunting blog on YouTube, and then I'm the Big Game Hunting podcast on all the podcatchers, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, John.
Appreciate it.
Look forward to future adventures together whenever that may happen.
It sounds good.
Awesome. It's Joel from the Precision Rifle Network. What's happening, Joel?
What's up, man? How are you?
We know a lot of the same people, don't we?
It's really weird, actually. Yeah.
We watch each other's channels.
Yeah.
We like the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got some news, right? You've kind of like enhanced your whole setup, haven't you, recently?
Oh, yeah. We decided to move to South Dakota, my wife and I, and so we've lived in Missouri the last 8 years. And my closest decent distance range, I have to drive 2 hours to get there.
Wow.
It's square range, out to 1,000 yards, it's fine. But there's always other people shooting.
Yeah.
Now in South Dakota, our property backs up to 7,000 acres of national forest ground. We've got a high point on our property where I'll be able to shoot out into the national forest ground. So I'll be adding a lot more content on there because of that, of the land. And then also I should be able to get a lot more hunting content, which has been a desire of mine for years, and I just haven't been able to do it.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
Because when we moved out to the Ultimate Reloader Ranch, it solved a lot of problems that I don't know how people do content when they have to drive to a range, set up, hope no one else is shooting anything insane, try and record narrative, and then, I have a lot of times where I'm heading back down the hill. I forgot a magazine, I forgot a cartridge, or, whatever.
So many times. Yeah.
And if you've driven 2 hours to a range, that's just a difficult deal. So congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So if someone was new to your channel and you were going to describe exactly what it is that they're going to find at the Precision Rifle Network, which is currently you and one other guy.
Yes, yeah, another guy named Justin Harrell. He's a PRS shooter.
Yep.
He makes some video content for me about once a month.
Gotcha.
So Precision Rifle Network, as I was saying to you earlier, was never meant to be TV network. It was meant to be a network of guys that wanted all
contributors
or girls, contributors.
Yeah.
That wanted to get together on content.
Right.
And all upload to the same channel. That hasn't exactly panned out for me, but I've had people jump in and help me here and there and things like that. So it's mostly still content from me.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I was to give just a quick rundown of what we do, like, of course we have a live stream every Thursday night on YouTube and on Rumble. It's funny, Rumble actually does way better for us on the live streams.
Okay.
Anyway,
Rumble is an interesting place. I'll just say that. Yeah,
it is for sure. But it's been treating us well when it comes to live stream things.
Good.
And then other than that, I post one video a week, generally on Saturday afternoons. And for the most part, I'm just kind of sharing what I find interesting at the time. You know, it could be a factory Bergara like we're seeing here this week at this event. It could be a high-end custom PRS gun. It could be an ELR rifle, or I'm going to meet with somebody and we're shooting some particular thing.
Yep.
Occasionally I'll throw pistol stuff in there and other odd things. Those videos always bomb because my people want to see precision rifle stuff.
Right.
But I'm into pistols, and so
Me too.
You just kind of get whatever I'm into at the moment.
Nice.
With not a whole lot of strategy behind it. Well, maybe we'll improve on that as we go.
There's something to be said for having fun, living your dream, and sharing it with the world.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy it, for sure.
Well, that's awesome. Okay, so question for you all is, if you have ideas for Joel and his team on the Precision Rifle Network, drop that comment. Joel's going to be reading the comments here. But also, I want you to go over to the Precision Rifle Network, which, if people want to go there, is?
Appreciate that. That is Precision Rifle Network on YouTube. And on Rumble, the same.
Nice.
And on Instagram, the same.
Yep.
And just about everywhere, the same. Just the whole thing, Precision Rifle Network, and you'll find me. Yeah.
And if you click on that first link in the video description, we'll have links to everybody's everything.
Yeah,
so,
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks a lot, Joel.
Thanks, buddy.
It's been awesome. Hey, guys, this is Zach from Mountains, Mullets, America. What a cool channel name. Tell me how you came up with that name. I think you were telling me at breakfast this morning. It's a funny story.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. You would think it'd be some deep thought, but man, I'm driving down the road. I'd made my first video, and I'm looking out the window, and I'm like, oh man, I like mountains. I'm like, oh, I got a mullet. All right, so I got 2 M's. Now I need a third. And I'm like, man, America.
Yeah.
So Mountains, Mullets, America just flows off the tongue, and so far it's working. It's stuck. So
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of time alone.
Love your channel, and I love your down-to-earth, practical, let's have some fun, and let's learn how to learn long-range shooting. Doesn't matter if you've never shot long-range before, or if you're an intermediate shooter, you're going to learn something, right?
Yep, for
Zach's
sure.
going to take you on an adventure. Tell me about the main sort of content areas that you like to cover on the channel.
So main content, my passion is long-range precision ARs. I love shooting accurized ARs, and I love recently extreme long range, 1,000 yards plus, 1,000 to 2,000 yards. That's kind of where I spend my time. And what I like to do is bring maybe someone that's wanting to get into that, bring them along for the journey. And then my goal with the channel is that when you watch one of my videos, you come away with some kind of valuable takeaway that you can go home and say, you know, I want to try that, or maybe I want to get better in this area, because that's where I was at not that long ago. So I learned to shoot through YouTube and through various online videos, and I'm hoping to share some of that with folks that are in a similar kind of boat.
It's so cool, and I'll have to tell you all, Zach is one of the most sincere people that you're going to meet. What you see on Mountains, Mullets, America is what you get when you hang out with him one-on-one. We've had a lot of good laughs and have a lot of common interests. It's pretty funny, you know. But what I'm looking forward to is collaborating with you on some stuff, whether it be us hopping on the phone talking about ideas for our channels, or you know, discussing calibers, or maybe videos that somehow relate to each other, where we're both looking at a particular topic, maybe even from a different angle. That'd be kind of fun.
Well, I think the coolest thing about this, or one of the cool things about this experience, is that we found out we're basically neighbors.
True.
We're almost next door, huh?
Yeah.
So,
you're in Idaho, I'm in Washington.
Yeah, not that far away. So.
You're in Freedomville, I'm in Progressiveville.
Man, that's a recent change, man, but I'm happily located in Freedomville now, yes.
The place where real estate is very, very cheap, especially in the Coeur d'Alene area, from what I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
Is that correct?
For sure. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, so it's been great to spend time with you, Zach. It's been great to spend time with all the other guys, and I kind of wish we had another week here together, to be honest.
It's been a blast.
Yeah, stretching things out to 2,700 today. that was kind of you were the instigator on that. I was like, we're going to do this. I'm like, you're crazy. And most of us got on target. That was crazy.
You know, one of the things on my channel is like, how do you know until you try it?
True.
And how did we know 2700 until we tried it?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
That's how I roll.
And seeing those impacts, that was awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so again, if you go down in the video description and click on that link to the article, everybody's pages and all of their profiles are going to be on there. And by the way, what are yours?
So currently I'm YouTube, Mountains Mullets America, and then I'm Instagram, Mountains Mullets America.
Very nice.
Yep.
Zach?
Nice to meet you.
It's been great. Awesome. So again, if you have ideas for Zach or any of the other YouTubers that I just introduced you to, drop a comment and start that discussion. I know I'm feeding their brains with a lot of issues, and I've learned a lot from them. I've taken a lot of inspiration from this trip, and you're going to see videos correspondingly here on the channel. So thank you all for watching. Drop that comment. Let us know what you think. That concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, where we've got unrestricted content, and Instagram. Make sure to follow us on all those channels. Ultimate Reloader also has a commercial solutions division serving law enforcement, the military, and the gun industry. We have some unique capabilities, including a comprehensive suite of recoil testing and evaluation capabilities, trigger profiling, and more. If you're interested in custom rifles like what we build here on the channel or gunsmithing services, you're going to want to go to rifles.ultimatereloader.com and get on the wait list. If you want to learn lucrative gunsmithing like what I show here on the channel, including building custom rifles and Cerakote plus a whole bunch more, you're going to want to check out the Colorado School of Trades, schooloftrades.edu. Thanks again for watching.